Today I'm going to talk about something. I'm not talking about the back muscles, which is like a side-by-side comparison when I'm flexing next to Raquel Rodriguez. But I'm going to talk about there needs to be a change for Raquel Rodriguez, and I'm going to break it down for you, and I want to know what you all think. As always, if you like the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, comment down below how you feel about Raquel. Not the way I say her name, not with the speech impediment, but how you feel about her as an in-ring character. Ever since she's debuted on the main roster, she's been a babyface. When she was at the end of her run in NXT, she was a babyface. But the thing about Raquel, I have always felt like she was always a better heel than she ever was a babyface. Yes, having a smiling giant. Yes, having that happy-go-lucky, a change of pace for a big person inside the WWE. It was a nice try. But after what I witnessed happen on Elimination Chamber down in Australia, and though Australia is its own particular world, it's a place of the most dangerous creatures, and you have to be one tough son of a gun to live in Australia. So my hat is off to everybody that lives in Australia to survive there as long as you have, because it's a life and death situation on a daily basis, it seems like. But when Raquel was getting booed and her face was all swollen from her mast cell activation syndrome, which for those who don't know, I had to look it up. I did a little bit of journalism. I did a little bit of research. It just means like the symptoms are like hives, or it causes swelling, or something like, or low blood pressure, things like that. When it activates, when it flares up. So she came out with no makeup on, and a lot of people on the internet were saying that they love seeing the natural beauty. But I have an idea. I have two ideas that you could go with Raquel Rodriguez. And the first one is really the best idea in my opinion. That being that, why not use this syndrome, if she's comfortable with it, as a propeller to shoot her up in the division. And what I mean by that is you could easily have her come out and reference what happened at Elimination Chamber, that the fans turned on her, that the fans booed her. She could use social media where people probably wasn't being so nice as well, saying, you all want to treat me like a monster? Then how about I just be exactly what you called me to be? You say I'm a monster, well now I'm going to be a monster. And you have her attack anybody and everyone. She feels attacked. You let her use it as her situation as a way to make her a monster heel. You want to treat me like a monster? You want to laugh at me like a monster? You want to point and laugh at me like I'm a monster? Then I'm going to be exactly that and run ramshot over the WWE Women's Division on Raw. Have her attack her friend, her old friend, Liv Morgan. It would give Liv Morgan sympathy. It would give Liv Morgan a giant versus a cruiserweight, if you want to go in the WWE 2K terms, and really push Raquel as a monster heel. And it would give life to her character, because let's face it, every time she comes out, it's little to no or mild reactions anyway. The second option, you still use the syndrome. You still use her medical condition, but you use it as a chance for her to get sympathy. What I mean by that is you have someone make fun of her. Have someone like a Chelsea Green. And I'm not even sure Chelsea Green is the right option, because Chelsea, you need someone who can get legitimate heat. Maybe like a Shayna Baszler. Or, on the flip side, they've been teasing almost a Liv Morgan heel, who also, by the way, was getting booed at Elimination Chamber. And maybe you have Liv Morgan become a heel. She's not getting the love that she feels like she deserves. And in return, she turns on her friend Raquel and makes fun of her syndrome. You could keep Raquel a babyface by getting sympathy, that you watch her cry, that you have her cry on national television because somebody is making fun of her medical condition. You would get sympathy from her in that aspect, that someone would even treat her like a monster, because there was support for her, that she looked beautiful even though she was not wearing makeup and all these different things, that you could do something with Raquel. It's time for a change for Raquel's character. And I really do like my idea. Now, the most important thing is she has to be okay with her medical condition being a focal point in whether the heel turn or the babyface turn. She would have to be okay with it. And I think she's okay with it because she performed on Saturday even with the flare-up. And she went out there confidently. So I think that's, and this is just my opinion, and I want to know what y'all think. I really like the first idea because she is a better heel than she is a babyface. If you went with the other idea, you use a Liv Morgan or maybe a Nia Jax, because something as petty as making fun of someone's looks is right up the alley for a Nia Jax to do. These are just a couple ideas I'm throwing out there, because she does need a character change. She's just sitting in limbo right now. And I want to see her get a push, because she does deserve a push. She is one heck of a talent. And it would help propel her into a championship title run, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But that's just my two ideas.